Hey everybody, back in the kitchen, traveling with Jack and Pam. We also do a little cooking as well because these days with the pandemic, of course, not doing as much traveling. A lot of the trails are closed. Well, you know the story. Anyway, today I'm going to make something quick and easy. We're talking 10 minutes or less for prep. And then we're going to spend, about 35 minutes in the oven. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. But what we're making is a crustless berry pie. We're also not going to put any sugar in it because the berries are going to give us all that rich, sweet flavor that we're looking for. Now, this, again, as I mentioned, is pretty easy. The first thing we want to do, I've got a 9-inch casserole dish, or maybe you've got a pie dish you want to do, and I've lightly oiled it with a little bit of olive oil around the edges and such so that it doesn't stick. Now, again, this is a really quick and easy recipe to do. So now I've got everything already laid out and ready. First of all, I've got my flour here, and you're probably wondering, why does he have it in this big bag like this? Well, this is unbleached organic flour, and they tell us it's best to keep it in the refrigerator, and Pam always did that, and I still do as well. Now, we're going to start with 1 cup of flour. Let's get that out. There we go. There's a cup of flour. We put that in our mixing bowl there. Let me show you. There we go. Now, we're going to add some cinnamon. Just some plain old ground cinnamon. And again, on this, maybe a teaspoon or so, but you guys know me. I don't measure anything. I just kind of eyeball it. That looks about right. Maybe a little more. See? There we go. So we put in a little bit of that cinnamon. Then we're going to add some salt. You always want to have a little bit of salt in your flour mixture and such. So we'll grind a little bit of that in there. Okay. So we've got our salt, we've got our cinnamon, and we've got our flour as well. Now, let's see. What else? I'm trying to remember. I've made a couple notes to myself because I always kind of get this in reverse. I think that's all we're going to put. We normally would have some sugar, but we're not going to have any sugar. So we'll kind of whisk this around. There we go. That looks... See there? Was that easy or was that easy? So, butter. You do want to have butter. And I have already preheated and melted 1 stick of butter. You can see that. And then we will just kind of pour that over our flour and such. And of course, we're going to need to give this a good stir. Now, while it's crustless, you guys know we're actually getting a little crust with this. Now, this is a little bit thick for my taste. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add just a touch of water to it. There we go. May need to add a little more water. It just depends. See, this is kind of caking up on me in my whisker here. So let's take a spoon and we'll kind of get this out of my whisker. Does that ever happen to you? It kind of gets all stuck up in there. But look at there. It's coming right out very easy. Okay. There. So, now we've got that. That's just our little dab of crust there. Now, we mentioned that we don't want to use sugar. One thing you can use, though, as a substitute, maybe a slightly healthier substitute, because it's not processed or anything like that, is I've got some Wild Northwest wildflower honey. So I'm thinking I may put just a little bit of that in there. So bear with me. I'm going to get a little spoon. The thing about honey, of course, though, is the consistency and all makes it a little hard to work with. So we'll just kind of put a little dab in there just to give it just a little sweetness. And we'll use our other spoon to kind of pull that off. Okay. Now, give that another quick stir. Okay. Now. Okay. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. It's still a little thick, so I'm going to add just a touch more water. You know, the thing about cooking, a lot of it you just learn over time, and you kind of get a feel for what's right and what's not going to work. So I could tell that this just needed more moisture to work with. Now, we've got our berries to add to our mixture. And I've got some beautiful organic red raspberries. Aren't those beautiful? Beautiful color. Add those in. That's also going to put a little moisture back in. Oh, I also should mention, anytime you're working with wild berries, wash them extremely good, even organic ones. These are oftentimes on what they call the dirty dozen list, if you've ever heard about that, the fruit that can really collect things that you don't need to be putting inside your body. And then there, I've got some beautiful blackberries. So, we put those two together. And we're mixing that around. Oh boy, look at the color I'm getting there. And now my crustless, I know it is, but my crust mixture is going to get really nice. Also, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla, and you can also add almond extract. I'm not a big fan of almond extract, but you can. Again, don't measure a lot, but I know I'm going to fill up like a cap full here. Okay, there. Okay, and of course vanilla is naturally going to give it a little bit more sweetness as well. So, gang, this is looking tremendous. So, quick and easy, there's our mixture. I've got my pan here. I'll go over here so you can kind of see me a little better as I pour it in. Now remember, this is a lightly greased pan. We did that earlier with a little olive oil, or you could do it with a spray oil, whatever you guys think is best for you. There are no rules in the world of cooking. Okay, so we set this aside. Now, it's going to be a fairly thin little pie that I'm making here. Again, the good part, all we did was just put a little bit of honey in it. That's it. We've got our berries. Okay, it's almost going to fill this. I probably would have been better off using a little 9-inch round pie dish. I'll be honest, I looked all over the kitchen and couldn't find the thing. Maybe Pam took it with her to heaven, because I have no idea where that thing went. Okay, now that looks pretty nice. Something I like to do, maybe you do or don't, is I've got some a little bit of shaved almonds here. See there? I'm going to put a little bit of those on top. You could also do pecans, you know, whatever type of nut maybe you like. I've always been a little partial to almond and pecans. They're both good. So I'll sprinkle this on, and that'll give it a little bit of a crunch after we put it in the oven. And then we're going to bake it. And there it is. I'm trying to think, how long? Yeah, I think about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. My oven's already hot, so I'm going to put it in there. And it's not going to look a lot different from how it looks here, just a little toasty on top. Again, that is quick and easy crustless berry pie. Again, I did mine with blackberries and raspberries. You could use blueberries. You could use strawberries, whatever you prefer to use. And again, if you want to use sugar, you can, but we all know sugar is really not good for us. And the natural sweetness from the berries is going to take care of itself. So again, thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoy our little cooking tips as well as our travel videos we do as well. And be sure and subscribe to our channel, Traveling with Jack and Pam. You guys have a great day. I'm going to turn you off now. Bye.